Ford Edge.
Alexa, play Let It Happen by Tame Impala.
Responsive in so many ways.
Turtle. Hello, welcome Turtle Riders to Uncle Turtle Boy's Late Night Garage Podcast. This podcast is always brought to you by our good friends over at Garage Doors Plus in Quincy, right? If you got I'm in a garage right now, which is kind of ironic when you think about it, but I would probably call them up and hire them if I had one of those old garages where I had to get out of the car and walk over to it and open it like a moron. Like Fred Flintstone or something. So call them up if you want one of those state-of-the-art garage openers where you can literally press a button and it opens up like magic, like the future. And it's going to save you a lot of time, money, and hassle in general. They'll come over in one day, give you a great quote. It's going to blow you away. You're going to hire them probably on the spot right there because you're going to like it so much. And they will install it that day. That is my promise to you. All right, hit up our friends at Garage Doors Plus in Quincy. You can find them online at gdplus.com. All right, so welcome to the podcast, folks. Hope you have your seatbelts on. I know I do, as always, because we have a good ride coming here. And basically how I like to do this podcast, I have some things in mind that I'd like to talk about, but I kind of like to open it up the floor to Turtle Riders in general, because we definitely got a good last couple days here. I'd say there's been some really interesting blogs on the agenda, right? We got Weymouth Wiener Cleaner. We've got Go Fraud, this evil chick here, freaking stealing money from dead people. We've got this psychopath. This is more of a live show thing, I think, the Philia Swift. We've got these idiots, Pepe Le Pube, and the Rehoboth crew. We've got this Uxbridge family. We've got we've identified the dad from Dighton Rehoboth. Mac Sauce is going to jail. That's interesting. The Boston cop has been identified. Wheaton College, Fupa Fire. A lot of good shit on the agenda here. So, whatever you people want to talk about, we will talk about. All right? Yeah, Courtney, it's always solo. The Late Night Garage Podcast is always solo. All right, so I'll open it up the floor to you guys, unless you guys want to talk about something. Yeah, poo-poo play any Bills quarterback, exactly. So, I'll give you guys, because I know it's on a couple seconds delay, I'll give you guys anything you want to talk about in particular, because I definitely got some things I want to talk about too. So, if you guys don't have anything in particular, let me rant. All right, the ones I want to talk about were, so we got these idiots in the comments section right now. This idiot out of Dighton, I want to talk about this guy, because this one really pisses me off, because this is like a big picture thing. Pepe Le Pube. So, oh, good God. So we expose you guys know I take the coach shit personally, because I was a coach before for a long time. And every time I see one of these parents going behind a coach's back and trying to get them fired because Junior isn't playing enough and Junior's going to be a superstar and all this nonsense, I get fired up about it, because I'm like, I've been there before. I know how that feels, right? And I know how powerless it can feel, because it's like you've done everything right as a coach, which this coach in Dighton clearly has done. I mean, the guy won a freaking state title 2 years ago. It's literally all you need to know, right? And he still loses his job for it. And so those are the kind of coaches and people that we exist to go to bat for, right? The good guys. So, That's what the fuck. I get Fupa computer. All right. So, we blog about it, and believe it or not, when we identify the parent, right? The parent's name is John D'Ambrosio, right? His son's on the team, whatever. Now, do I feel bad for his son? Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I would suck to be his son, right? Here's the thing. The son could, it's hard to say if a sophomore's a douchebag, right? But, like, the son could be completely against what the father's doing, right? There's a lot of kids like that are these out-of-control parents, and they don't want to say anything to dad, and they're put in this terrible position. You can't say that a 15-year-old's a douchebag, right? You don't know that. And I have a hard time believing the kid's leading this revolt. And so, yeah, I do feel bad in a way that, now that we've identified who dad is, that son gets brought into it, because obviously that's your dad. That's embarrassing. But, we didn't put the kid's picture in the blog, right? Dad was cropped out. It was all about dad. Yeah, mom was in there too, because it was ironic that mom's a union teacher and a union supporter, and here she is with her husband going after. And don't tell me mom didn't know about it, right? There isn't a household in America, right? If your husband is doing shit like that and you're against it, you're wifing wrong, right? Like, my wife would never let me do that. And when I say let me, I mean, I guess I could do whatever I want technically, but it wouldn't be worth it. Like, I would never hear the end of it. So obviously, dad's a problem here, right? And the only way this shit ends, because these people get away with this garbage because they're anonymous, right? They can get away with it because they're they can go and get their kid's coach fired and all that stuff, and they protect them, right? And which I think is complete and utter bullshit. In this country, you have the right to face your accuser, right? You have the right to know who's got a problem with me, so we can at least address it. At least there should be a protocol in place, This parent didn't even go to the coach and say, hey, I got a problem with the way you're doing. He shouldn't go to him anyway. But if he did, at least I would have slightly more respect for that than going above his head, and then the idiot principal caves. And people are like, well, why didn't you go after the principal? We did go after the principal in blog number 1 about it, right? We got him pretty good. But dad is equally as responsible here, because dad shouldn't be doing this shit. And in my opinion, right, the way I see it, this is like an epidemic. We saw it happen in Braintree last year. I've had it happen to me a number of times. We saw it happen at Andover. It actually happened at Worcester Tech with their baseball coach not too long ago. It happened with the Gardner High School swim coach years before that. It's out of control. I would call it an epidemic. And parents, we exist to fix problems. That's what people don't understand about Turtle Boy. We're not here to shame people. We're here to fix shit. Shaming is just how we fix it. That's how it's done, right? Because these people feel no shame because they get to hide. Well, if there's a parent out there at some random high school, pick a high school in Massachusetts, right? Or Rhode Island, Connecticut, whatever, New Hampshire, and they're thinking about, I'm going to go and do this, right? I'm going to go and I'm really mad at this coach, right? But what if they're thinking in their head, maybe I'll end up on Turtle Boy if I do this, right? Do I really want to do that? Because if I do that, and this guy, he had full warning. Like, he saw the Andover articles last year. He saw the Braintree articles the year before that. He knows we're looking for this shit. You can't be like, I don't know what Turtle Boy is. Of course you do. You live in the South Shore. Everybody in the South Shore knows what Turtle Boy is. You know we're watching. You know we're everywhere. You don't get to play ignorant. So, he knew, right? He knew that this was a distinct possibility, and if it did happen, it would not just affect him. It would affect his whole family, right? Not that, his kid would be brought up, but, through association, right? You're the kid's father. Everybody's going to know. I mean, he's going to be, ostracized by his teammates. And so, long story short, all these little whiny bitches are on there whining, I supported you when you went after the principal, but this is wrong, going after the dad because of the kid. So they have no problem with me going after the father. They just don't like the fact that in doing so, the kid gets brought into that. Well, whose fault is that? It's dad's fault. I agree. That's terrible. It's a shame that dad did this. Not Turtle Boy. Dad. Right? As long as parents get to just hide behind their kids, essentially, right? I mean, that's what you're saying here, right? That basically Parents should be able to act like this and do terrible things because they know they can get away with it because they're hiding behind their children. That's essentially what you're saying. That's not how shit works around here. Nope. Nobody. Right? And these people didn't understand that. Like this moron, Andrew LeBlanc, who, by the way, I found out there was a shooting in Dighton, believe it or not, last year. I swear to God, Dighton. Fucking shooting. A high school student shot someone. And I was told by reliable sources that this idiot drove the getaway car, and he was like on the team, but he would get suspended all the time. Just a real piece of shit. Go to his page. Like, you got to see what a freaking all-American douchebag this guy is, right? Can't write in, like, this is just one long centograph, right? Yo, Turtle Boy, learn to think before you speak. Coach C is a joke. As a former player, I would know, degrading and a hothead. I started varsity baseball and played every game. But when coaches don't stand up for their players, but walk onto a court and scream in the face of a player in front of friends and families, what the fuck's the apostrophe for? In front of families, LOL, that ain't right. It's high school sports. Time for him to move on. He is a terrible coach with a lot of talent. And for you to go on here and post pictures of somebody you don't know, LMAO, you're what we call an attention whore. I don't know anyone follows you. You post stuff from other sites and sources. Stop taking credit for other people. Oh, Jesus, fuck. That's what a Dighton Rehoboth education looks like right there. Right? And, geez, I mean, I thought this was Brockton. What is this shit? What is this nonsense? He's a terrible coach with a lot of talent. Oh, yeah, bro. You're so fucking talented, right? The fact that this guy's been there 41 years, very successful. But he didn't win until you fucking showed up, right? Oh, tough guy, right? Oh, but he's so wounded because the coach yelled at him, the player. He's talking about him. In the face of a player, that's him. In front of friends and family. Yo, coach yelled at me in front of friends and family. I'm so hurt by that. Blah, blah, blah. Shut up. Right? I was part of that team, buddy. Started in third base. LMAO. Yeah, shut the fuck up, right? Anyway, there he is right there. And then this idiot shows up. This moron. Evan LaFerrier. Read the comments on that. And this is where I'm going to talk to them. This is like SJW voice. Read the comments on that website. It is full of racist, misogynistic men. It is a shame that such a hate-filled website is based around here. Report them to their ad service and service providers for hosting content for Nazis and incels. So you got that guy's word, Nazis and incels. So his beef, right? And this is an age-old thing. We talked about this in the book a lot. First of all, just look at this. Just look at this thing. Oh, good God. I thought Ryan Waters was bad. This is the face of how you never see pussy for the rest of your life. Like, what is this nonsense? The unibrow, the other unibrow, right? The teeth. I mean, what look are you going for here, pal? Jesus fucking Christ. It's like that. Honestly, when I think of an average person who doesn't like Turtle Boy sports, this is who I think of. This fucking guy right here, right? And I couldn't be happier that this blog pisses off people like him. I don't want people like him on our side. I want people like him to hate us. That tells us that we're doing something right. That this idiot's bothered by it, right? And by the way, Drew LeBlanc, not to change the subject, he goes, oh, I don't know anybody that reads you. Exactly, because you're fucking 19. We don't want 19-year-olds reading this blog. You know why? Because 19-year-olds are fucking dumbasses, right? They have no world experience. They have no perspective, right? I couldn't be happier that our lowest demographic is 18 to 24, right? I don't want anyone that age. I'll take you if you're smart and cool, right? But I'd prefer people a little bit more worldly, if you will. And so anyway, this idiot's beef is not with the blog itself. It's with the comments. Right? And this is an age-old thing that remember when Barstool Sports caved? Right? And they changed their comment policy because, allegedly, and that was a lie though, allegedly trolls were leaving racist shit and Portnoy acted like he was all offended by it. Right? He was giving in to people like Evan LaFerrier. Right? Pepe Le Pube. He was giving in to them. Because those are the only people who complain about comments. That was what his beef was. That this comment, which was downvoted 33 times, it says, I support Kavanaugh from day one, but he really needs to come through on promises to make it legal to rape these sluts. Otherwise, why did he push him through? And another comment says, Amen, Kirk. If you support the turtle, then you absolutely should be supporting the full and complete legalization of rape. I support the turtle. I mean, how fucking stupid do you have to be? To believe in 2019 that comments left by obvious fucking trolls, right, are in any way an endorsement of the blog in which the comments are posted on. No one with an elementary understanding of the internet honestly thinks that in 2019. Like, I can understand if you were like an old person on the internet who's just figuring shit out, right? But if you're under the age of fucking 65 and you think that comments are the same thing as content by the publisher, you're just fucking stupid. Now, I addressed in the book why we don't change this, right? Why I don't, because here's the thing. First of all, anyone with the brain can tell that whoever wrote this is trolling. It wouldn't surprise me if it was Evan himself, all right? Secondly, the fact that it gets downvoted so much gives me faith. I'm like, good. Our readers are anti-rape. That's a good thing. I feel reassured by that, right? More than anything, though, right? I don't want to take it down because all it's going to do, whoever this Kirk Min is, whoever put that up, they will get off on that, right? Like, the fact that if I go in there and take that comment down, whoever made this comment's like, oh, shit, Turtle Boy acknowledged my existence, right? Like, oh, he feels I'm important. Like, I came here just to troll, right? And I got their attention, and I got them to take time out of their day to silence me. Guess what he's going to do? He's going to go right back and he's going to put 4 more comments, right? That's what these fucking people do. We cannot block them. We do not have the technology to block them, right? We're not Facebook and Twitter. Facebook and Twitter can just fucking block my house. I don't know how to fucking do that, right? Because I'm not running $1 billion corporation. Of course I'd like to silence them. Or not silence them. That's a bad word. Of course I would prefer if stuff like this did not show up on the website. But I expect adults to be adults, etc. Right? Freedom of speech is not freedom from consequences. I hate when people say that. There are no 2 words that are more opposite than freedom and consequences. Right? There's no such thing as freedom of consequences. All right? Like, those are exact opposites, right? Like, the idea, if there are consequences for your speech, then by definition you are not free. Because you don't have the ability to say that speech without causing harm to yourself, essentially, right? Try not being a hateful piece of shit. We're not. Delete the pro-rape comments. And that's why I don't want to delete it, right? Is because I refuse to let this shithead dictate what I do with my business, right? That's the difference between me and Dave Portnoy. Dave Portnoy will let cowards like this dictate how he does business. I will not, ever, okay? And I despise people like this because they use these really guerrilla warfare type tactics, right? To try to silence speech they don't agree with, right? Because let's be honest, this has nothing to do with the comments. It has everything to do with the blog itself. He doesn't give a shit about the comments. He's using that as an excuse, right? And he's like, I wouldn't have to go after your ad revenue. This is somebody who's never had a job, right? Who's never had to take care of a family, who doesn't understand what happens when you don't pay your bills at the end of the month. He's going to Wheaton College, right? He's mad about the fat chick who started the fire, right? Probably got friend zoned by her, who knows? And yeah, he's like, this is how he's going to get his juvenile revenge because he has no concept of big boy world, right? He's a fucking moron. He's living in a fantasy world. And he's going to graduate from college with a degree in gender studies. And then he's going to vote for fucking Bernie because Bernie's promising, or Alexandria Ocasio, fucking Veracruz de La Hoya, because they're promising that you don't have to repay your loans, right? And these are the kind of losers we're dealing with, right? Like, it's unbelievable. Now, in the fucking comments, right, right? Over here, and let me see here. Yeah, so over here, there was a comment I want to bring up that's been going on right now. Let's see what people are saying. Get this mouth breather on. Maybe I should. Should I call him? What is he, a bootleg David Hogg? I mean, at least David Hogg did kind of use similar things against Laura Ingraham, right? He is kind of like a bootleg David Hogg. Except, I assume David Hogg's doing what he did to get laid. Does anyone doubt that David Hogg didn't get laid from being David Hogg? That he didn't lay the hog down? Come on. We know exactly what he was doing. Right? So anyway, let me read this chick, Caroline. Caroline, yeah. This is how stupid this fucking moron is. So this is some chick, and she's like, which actively terrible thing did Evan here do? I have a problem with pro-rape content on your website and encourage people to contact advertisers. That's pretty normal free market practice. No, it's not normal free market practice. That's the exact opposite. That's you interfering with the market, right? He's not in the fucking market. He's just looking to cause fucking chaos and silent speech that he does not agree with, okay? And it's like, obviously she has no kids. It's like they're trying to take food out of my children's mouth when they go after my advertisers, right? When you do that, I burn shit, okay? I took it very easy on this kid, right? We could have been a million times worse to him. A million times worse to him. When you come after us, we burn shit. That's policy around here. So, don't act like we all know your fucking intentions here. And Caroline's like, cool, and it's like, what, Rev Content's run by adults. Go ahead, call Rev Content up, right? They don't give a flying fuck. Have you seen some of their ads? They're like this is what Rev Content has for ads on our fucking site. First of all, they don't pay that much. I wouldn't even miss them. Like, with the right legs, you can get away with these leggings looks. 10 top 15 ways to ruin a super expensive sport car in minutes. Oh, yeah, I'm sure they give a flying fuck what some fucking, Pepe Le Pube has to say, right? They don't. These kids don't understand it because they're stupid. They're stupid, right? I'm happy RevCon is able to make an informed decision. They don't give a fuck about you, right? And, she doesn't understand. So I'm trying to tell him, look, his intention is to take food out of my 1 and 3-year-old mouths, okay, by causing me and my employees economic harm. When you come after children like that, you are human garbage, and we will use our free speech rights to destroy you. Nobody came after your children. That is exactly what they're doing, stupid. Stupid. Nor is anyone forcing you to solely rely on this blog as your source of income. Oh, yeah, nobody's forcing you to fucking rely on your fucking business for your income. Yeah, no, God forbid. You should just give it up because I don't want it to exist. So, Caroline is a Nazi, and we're going to message this Nazi right now and give her a call, see what she has to say. Let's call her up. Caroline Kennedy, I shit you not. Her name is Caroline fucking Kennedy. I doubt she'll answer. We'll see, though. Unreachable, coward. Okay, so she won't answer. Let's call LaFerrier there. Evan LaFerrier. Is that your name? Pepe Le Pube. I feel like I should look for Pepe Le Pube. Evan LaFerrier. There he is. LaFerrier. Okay. Let's call him up. Did he block me? He blocked Clarence? I spelled that wrong. Only one F. Okay. L-A. Gotcha. Stupid French people. All right. LaFerrier. There it is. Did he? Oh, maybe it looks like I might have been. Did he block? Did he deactivate? Once they block you, you've won the fight. So I think that's an official surrender. Or is it? Let's see. Oh, there he is. Okay, he is not blocked. So we're going to message him right now. We're going to friend him. Oh, I can't friend him. I got 5,000 friends. So what's he saying here? Oh, he's like, when you are literally Hitler for telling a journalist to remove comments advocating sexual assault from his website. So he's getting off on this, right? He's loving it. You called me a white supremacist too. You are. You're a bunch of Nazis. That's what you are. So we're going to call him right now, this pussy up. By the way, I love right now how they're so young and they're like in college and they're like, oh, this is funny. I'm on Turtle Boy. It's funny. It ain't going to be funny the first time you go to look for a job and the first thing that comes up is Turtle Boy. Like, I love the naivety of, like, this is why I don't want 19, 20-year-old fans, because they're stupid. They're very stupid people, right? I'm proud not to have them as fans. And obviously, Evan is just, way, way too ugly to be a fan of Turtle Boy. So, anyway, let's see what people are saying here. Let's see, Turtle Riders won't harass. Hope she answers. Ladies driven wild by this one simple trick. Yeah, exactly. Shit like that, His Facebook posts are making me more angry. Yeah, exactly. I love the confidence in them. They all go there. I bet you they're all laughing and shit. I think it's hilarious. They have no idea the consequences of being on Turtle Boy. Like, it's not going to be fun, dude. Right? Let's see. Love that conspiracy theory they have going. Oh, yeah, it's a real big conspiracy theory. Oh, yeah, sure not. Nothing, it's a... So, wait, so you told a journo not to be rapey, and now the commenters think you are the one that's rapey. Yeah, so yeah, like that. This is how fucking stupid they are. They think that, the commenters are the same thing as the people that, freaking wrote the blogs, right? And let's see here. Read it anyway. Comment section. Wow, dude, is that really out of order? Why the fuck would anyone write something like that? That's just straight up slander with malicious intent. So let's see. Looks like Evan has commented on the blog. I don't read the comments. Word in school was Evan was a suspected kid diddler, raped a younger male cousin when he was 15. That's interesting. Well, I read in the comments, right? We have to take comments literally. That's what Evan wants us to do. So I see that, and it's like, yeah, it might be true. Okay? Why would anyone write something like that? That's just straight up slander. Oh, so you're telling me that people write fucked up shit in comment sections? Wow, that's fucking crazy. I can sue them for libel, right? If they leave the comment, then for sure. And considering how heated the dude right of the site seems to be, right? I'm pretty sure he's going to read it, laugh about it theatrically, and leave it there. Absolutely I am. Absolutely. Like this stupid fucking moron, Johan Ariane de Grugiel, right, says if they leave the comment, then for sure that they can sue me for libel if we leave the comment up. Right? This is how fucking stupid they are. Like, this is absolutely amazing. Right? They're just trying to get under everyone's skin in any way possible. That's the point, says the white supremacist. Right? And who put this one up? That was great. Oh, man. That is great. Oh, so this is where Carolyn comes from. So Carolyn came from over here. Right? And, yeah. Imagine writing a hate piece about someone asking you to take down pro-rape comments. I mean, I love it. I love it. If this upsets you, make sure to message their ad provider, Rev Content, about the material on the site. Oh, it's so great. It's so great. Like, they go, keep on being you, and congrats on being Turtle Boy famous. I love it. I love it. Oh, good God. Good God, this is great. Right? What else are people saying? This I learned, that having a chicken means you probably don't have a job. Well, he definitely doesn't have a job, I'll tell you that much. Right? Why would they even report you to your job for? Right? Oh, I don't know. Maybe because you're fucking with our job. Maybe. I don't know. Right? Maybe. Yeah, it's not like when I Google your name, I get some old but non-incriminating photos of you. Yeah. Well, that's just now. It usually takes about 2 weeks for the Google to come up. So give it time. Give it time. So I look forward to that very much. I definitely look forward to that. Anyway, let's see what people are saying. Anything else? You guys have any questions or anything like that? Yeah, all these people are friends with the Fire Food, but this is all backlash from the Fire Fupa people, right? I guess this guy happens to be from the Rehoboth area too, so that's... Although Wheaton College is in Norton, so it's really not that far from there. I honestly don't even look at the comments on the website. Yeah, I don't read it either, because it's too much of the Wild West. Sometimes I'll go in there and read shit. It's interesting. Maybe we should start like a forum. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you guys go on forums and stuff like that. Northeast Shooters, Mass Cops, stuff like that. Just have people comment in there instead. At least we can have it on our own home turf. It's just getting to our comment section. It's a little bit too much of the Wild West. It's a real conundrum we're in. Turtle Boy comments have too many obvious trolls. Isn't that exactly, Rob? Rob's exactly right. The obvious trolls are too obvious, and if you read the book, you'll see that it's something I've really debated and struggled with, because I want to have a lot of comments. I want robust conversation, and if you start making people register and shit, yeah, they're less likely to comment, and I don't like that. I don't want people to be less likely to comment. I want it to be easier for people to comment. I'm like Democrats with voting. I want to make it a free-for-all. You know what I mean? So, yeah. What about the commenter defending Maxos? That guy was hoot. I missed that commenter, Nick. I missed that one. Don't do a forum. That'll be targeted by everyone. What do you mean targeted? I mean, what could they do? With a forum, you have to download the software, and then you own the fucking domain. So it's not on someone else's platform. How many hoodies does the Turtle have? I have way too many hoodies. I got probably at least 25, 30 hoodies. I never throw them out either. I wear a different one every night. The old Barstool comment section was awesome. It was awesome. That's the only reason I haven't been to Barstool since they got the new comment section, right? Because the only reason I went to Barstool was for the comment section. And I don't want to read any comments now, because the only people that are commenting are the ones that are stupid enough to pay to be on there, and I have no interest at all in what any of them has to say about it. NES has solid content. I think that's Northeast Shooters, yeah. That article had a lot of comments compared to others. Yeah, I can't even publish a comment because of my FUPA PC is lame, yeah. Uncle Turtle Boy is looking like Serpinator tonight with the hoodie. What's Serpinator? Serpenter. What's Serpenter? I don't even know what that is. All right, any questions you guys have on anything about, the blog, where it's headed, whatever. I'm down for anything. Let's see. Like I said, I'm only 22, but I know. Yeah, I don't want toxic sound. I don't mean to shit on 22-year-olds, right? Obviously, not all 22-year-olds are stupid. It's just, I feel like a lot of these people, when they're 19, the person they're going to be when they're 29 is completely different, right? I viewed the world a lot differently at the age of 19 than I did at the age of, 30. So, I don't think Rehoboth Talk page was ready for Turtle Boy. People are still arguing. Yeah, but at least I don't mind that page. At least they let people talk on there, I haven't seen the admin Nazis come in or anything yet. I'm 21, been listening for over a year. Okay, so I'm sorry I didn't mean to offend anybody that's between the ages of 18 and 24. Obviously, there's a lot of you people that are fucking awesome, right? I just, and I know that there's a lot of peers that you have that are dumbasses, right? It is what it is. Still on radio on Tuesday. Yeah, just not today. I wasn't on today because Cruz and Bruce is on a cruise, actually, so I was not on the radio this morning. What is going on with the Turtle Boy Freedom Fighters? Good question. I need to start I haven't figured out what I'm going to do with that page, but I'm going to keep going on there to, make announcements and stuff. I don't know if any of you guys emailed British Feticy last night. British. There's a woman named Bridget Feticy, right? I posted the screenshot on both Turtle Boy pages, on the TBN News and on Clarence, and she's looking for people who have stories about. Her question was do you ever self-censor yourself because you're worried about repercussions of it, right? And that's literally the topic of our book. So I emailed her. I sent her a free copy of the book or whatever, because she's got a big platform. And if you want to do the same, we'd appreciate that, because if you're her and you're getting all these emails talk to Turtle Boy, talk to Turtle Boy, talk to Turtle Boy, right? Then she'll be oh, this is intriguing, because it's not just one guy sending me an email. It's a bunch of people that are all parroting this guy, and it must be something interesting he's putting up, or else all these people wouldn't be doing that, right? All right. What is No Morals Monday? No Morals Monday is Bristol's podcast that she's doing, or that she's been working on. I'm here for the poo-poo player. Aren't we all? Aren't we all? I was 25 when I started, going to be 30 in a couple months. Attaboy. Yeah, because Nick's from Worcester, so he's an old school turtle rider. You ever think you will do like a Turtle Boy premium? Bet people would pay for your content? At least I would. That's a good question. I've thought about that. But like, I don't know. I feel like the best content is the stuff that needs to go viral and needs to get shared. You know what I mean? Like, imagine Busgate was behind a paywall. That would suck. But we are instituting very shortly, any day now actually, the new ad-free thing. So like, you are being premium that way. And I have thought about that, like a Patreon type of thing. Like, you know, you pay whatever a month with different levels, and you get shit that other people don't. I don't know if I want it to be content per se, because that's the thing. Barstool's doing that with like Barstool Gold, right? And they're like, well, you can get access to this podcast for extra money. It's like, bitch, I wouldn't listen to that podcast if it was free. I'd much rather listen to fucking Ben Shapiro talk in a nasally voice for 45 minutes than listen to one of these idiots at Barstool Sports fucking talk. Stop it. So, yeah, I don't know what I would put, but that's a good question. I have thought about that. When is Ratchet Madness? I was thinking about Ratchet Madness a lot today, Fat Rob. I can't fucking wait for Ratchet Madness. I cannot wait. It starts right at the beginning of April, right when like March Madness is dying down. That's when Ratchet Madness begins. But I've been thinking about this tournament, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have as well. It's going to be a fucking good one. I can't wait. Yeah, British Fantasy. Yeah, I fucked that one up. It doesn't matter what your age is if you admit you don't know everything. Yeah, I don't know anything too. I'll probably look back 10 years from now. I'll probably look back at the way I looked at the world when I was 37, right, and be like, man, I was a fucking moron back then. Let's see. What else are people saying? This year's Ratchet Madness field is going to be lit. Absolutely. I'm glad you guys like Ratchet Madness. It's so fucking fun. The ads don't bother me, but I'll sign up for the sport. Well, thank you, Shannon. How did Shane get pinned to the graveyard? Who's Shane? Oh, Shane. How did he get there? He's not in the graveyard. Is Ratchet Madness getting too tough because of all the blogs now? I missed a lot of Ratchets this year. I mean, I think it'll be no tougher than previous years, right? Last year's was a great tournament. The thing about last year's that sucked is we all knew who was going to win going in. It was like guaranteed to be Dee Dee. She's the greatest villain we've ever had. I don't know who the one seeds are going to be this year. I feel like Maud is an early competitor for that one, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll have another history blog tomorrow, right? Turtle gear for premium users. That's actually a good one, right? But would I give it to like all users? Like if you sign up, you just get gear? How would that work? Would there be raffles for it? I don't know. One of my top ratchets is that chick who was selling something on Facebook and their heroin needles were in the photo. I forgot about that one. That was a good one. Yeah, I remember who Shane was. Let's see. I seen that on Twitter. I'm not sure what you saw on Twitter. The Route 20 Ratchet Rooster. She was a great one, but she was in last year's bracket, and she got upset in the first round, man. The Ratchet Rooster didn't even make it to round 2. She was a great one. Jen Duso is not going to be in this year's bracket. She was in last year's. She made it to the Final Four. She lost to Ali Bebo in the semifinals. Yeah, so she will not be in it. Gaffney will be in Ratchet Madness this year. Gaffney was a 16 seed last year, and he lost to Dee Dee in the first round by like 92 to 8%. Something insane like that. But I have a feeling Gaffney will be higher this year. Ryan Waters will definitely be in there. Oh my God, you should see the shit we have with Ryan Waters. I can't talk about it right now because Bristol's writing a blog about it. But we got the arrest report for Ryan Waters. And we got the vet report about the dog. Wait till you see what a piece of shit Ryan Waters really is. What a piece of shit. Yeah. Let's see. What else are people saying? Do small shit for gear and then do some raffles for a higher end item. That's not a bad idea. Let's see. That Weymouth cop killer guy. Nah, I wouldn't put that guy in there. Like with Ratchet Madness, they have to be somewhat funny and amusing, right? Like Emmanuel Lopez is just fucking garbage. Like, there's no other way to describe him. He's not Ratchet. He's just fucking an animal. Like, it's not funny if he won Ratchet Madness. Dee Dee is funny. We can laugh at Dee Dee, right? We can laugh at Ali Bebo. We can laugh at Leah Genduso. Let's see. Anything else? I've never seen Ratchet Madness. Oh, you're gonna like Ratchet Madness, Kerry. Ratchet Madness is my favorite time of the year. We set up a 68 team bracket, right? And we seed them 1 through 16. And we have, we make the case. Each one goes against another Ratchet. The 1 goes against the 16. The 2 goes against the 15. And we make the case for each of them. And then you all vote who should advance to the next round of Ratchet Madness until we're down to a Final Four. And then, boom, we get a winner. This is our 3rd year of Ratchet Madness. The winner of the first year was Ashley Lasapio, also known as Trashley Lasapio. She beat out the Fall River Gutter Muppet in a, it wasn't that close. She beat her out. Also in the Final Four that year was, who else was in the Final Four? Oh, the Uxbridge Gypsies were in there, and this other fucking chick from Southbridge, Amanda LaCroix. Those were our first Final Four. Then last year, the Final Four were Dee Dee, the Fall River Trap Queens, that they were fucking great, right? And then on the other side were the cops, right? The state police involved ones. That was Genduso against Ali Bebo. Right? And everybody knew Dee Dee was going to win. Everybody knew. Let's see. Can't wait to see Greg Bates. Oh, Greg Bates. He'll be a high seed. There's no doubt about it. Greg Bates is going to be in there for sure. Cannot wait. Let's see what else people are saying. Bristol should get an award. She absolutely should. She's amazing. Let's not make Ratchet Madness dark. Keep it funny. Exactly. It's like Mortal Kombat for Ratchets. I know. I think Dee Dee is going to be the Tom Brady of Ratchet Madness. She can't. She wasn't in blogs this year, Let's see. I was inactive during the first one, but shortly after, I read every blog. Attaboy. Moby Trick was one of my favorites. She made the Elite Eight last year. Steve Levine is not going to be in Ratchet Madness this year because Steve Levine appeared in March of last year. He was in last year's Ratchet Madness, and he ran into Dee Dee Delgado in the Sweet 16, and he didn't make it very far. You ran into Dee Dee. If you were in Dee Dee's bracket, you are fucked. I feel like he could have gone a lot farther in another bracket. Maybe Candy Dennis. I think it's safe to say she will be in there. When does the podcast start? This is the podcast. Let's see. On second thought, don't do raffles. Greg Bates ruined raffles. You're absolutely right. Let's see. Yeah, Greg Bates, he survived the turtle. I got to give it to him. That motherfucker survived the turtle. Dee Dee needs some love. I've given her plenty of love, man. Dee Dee got lots of love. The whiny Smith College girl. She would be an SJW Madness. She's not Ratchet, I thought about having an SJW Madness, too. A completely separate bracket, right? That could be a fun one, too. Trigglypuff would just destroy everyone, though. Yeah, Bristol's podcast, that should be soon. That should definitely be soon. I'm not sure. Oh, the Warwhack Leprechaun. What the fuck do we call her? Grundle Queen or something like that? Yeah. Mass Health Martinez. That was a good one, too. I miss Mass Health Martinez. So, yeah. All right, any last-minute questions you guys have before we call it a night? I'm over Dee Dee. Yeah, I feel the same way. I feel we get the point with these. It's literally just the same shit. Trigglypuff would eat everyone. You got that right. As long as they were made of soy. The Fitchburg SJW would take it. Oh, I forgot about that chick. What the hell's her name? Christy something? She was a good one. Drinking iced coffee. I always drink an iced coffee around this time. It's starting to get cold in this car, too. We got no heat in here. That's okay. Trigglypuff literally has her own memes. You don't get better. Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. All right, so it looks like we're about done there. Thanks for tuning in, folks. And remember, if you haven't bought the book, definitely get the book. Get some at the store. We got new Turtle Boy St. Patrick's Day Parade shirts. They're pretty cool. We can custom make them. It's bedtime coffee. I don't go to bed till like 2, man. I'm up late. I only need a couple hours sleep. I'm good. I hardly ever sleep. But yeah, don't forget, if you're feeling generous, I know I'm preaching to the choir. Most of you already donated anyway. whatever you can, we graciously appreciate when you support what we do. Because as you see, we have to deal with douchebags like, Pepe Le Pube all the time. They're just reckless. They try to, take food out of my kids' mouths. My kids are nice. You guys are like my kids, right? They like to eat food and shit. So, why are you in the car? Because I got kids. I'll fucking wake their asses up. It's not good. Can you set up a place where we can see all the upcoming podcasts? Yeah, it's our SoundCloud channel. Let's see. All right, cool. All right, folks, I got to call it a night there, but we will see you all on Thursday for the next one. Peace, Turtle Riders.